Good morning, children. So, I think all of you have read that lesson that we have discussed in the last class, in the previous class, about the structure of Earth. Hmm? Okay, so the Earth structure combined or it consists of three concentric layers, namely, which are the layers? Yes, the topmost layer or the uppermost layer is crust. Then beneath that we have mantle. Then inside or the innermost layer is core. So we have seen all these things from that previous class. So today I am sharing some important things about rocks. Okay, you know that we can see rocks everywhere, or the soil on the top layer, the crust is made from or it is formed from different types of rocks. Okay, so what do you mean by rock? Yes, actually, simply we can say rocks are a mixture of different minerals. Okay, rocks are mixture of different minerals. They are inorganic in nature and they have different color, texture, or size, shape, and all. So rocks are is a mixture of different minerals. Okay, so have a look at the different types of rocks today. Shall we go to the lesson? Okay. Okay, rocks are natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth's crust. Okay, that is the definition of rocks. They are natural masses which is combined of different types of minerals and they make up the earth's crust. Okay, on the basis of origin, rocks can be divided into three groups. Okay, rocks are of three types. On the basis of origin means how they are formed or the mode of formation. So on that particular criterion, rocks can be divided broadly into three categories. Or on the surface or beneath the earth's surface, we can see three different categories of rocks. First among them is, yes, the igneous rock. First type of rock. Then second one, sedimentary rocks. Then the third one, metamorphic rock. So which are the three types of rocks? Igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rock. Don't forget the name of these three types. First one igneous, then sedimentary, then metamorphic. So in this particular topic, we are moving on to the detailed study of different types of these three types of rocks, which are the examples, then how these are formed, etc. Okay, shall we move? Okay. So listen, the first type of rock, that is igneous rock. So they are formed by the cooling or solidification of the hot molten rock materials which are seen inside the earth. As we know, when we dig the earth surface or when we travel inside, the temperature is increasing. So that is why beneath the earth, so the matters, the rock or whatever it may be seen inside the earth, they are in molten state due to high temperature and the pressure of overlying layers. So the materials seen inside the earth in molten state, they are known as magma. When it is inside the earth, we call it as magma. When it comes out through fissures and all, we know that through volcanic eruption it is coming outside, so it is then called as lava. So both these are same. When it is inside the earth, they are known as magma, and when it come outside, it is known as lava. So cooling of this molten material give rise to the formation of igneous rock. Okay, so cooling or solidification of magma and lava give rise to the formation of igneous rocks. So there are two types of igneous rocks. When this magma cools and forms rock, they are known as intrusive igneous rock. That means they are seen inside the earth. So they are known as intrusive igneous rock. And when the lava solidifies or cool down and form rock, they are known as extrusive igneous rock. Okay. Which are the two types of igneous rock? Intrusive and extrusive. So intrusive igneous rocks are those which are formed by solidification of magma, or when the molten rock material cool down inside the earth, they are known as intrusive igneous rock. Okay. Then second type, extrusive igneous rock, means they are seen outside the earth's crust. When the hot molten magma comes out and solidify, then they are known as, or the rocks formed in that way we call it as extrusive igneous rock. Okay, so we have some examples here. You can see different types of igneous rocks here. Can you see them? So this basalt is a type of extrusive igneous rock. Okay, basalt is an extrusive igneous rock. That means they are formed outside the earth, or lava cools down to form this type of basalt rock. Okay, then what about this granite? They are intrusive. Okay, so extrusive are formed inside and extrusive are formed outside the earth crust, and intrusive are formed inside the earth crust. For example, granite is intrusive igneous rock and basalt is extrusive igneous rock. So the important feature of these two types of rock is that when the magma solidify inside the earth crust, it takes so much time than outside. So the grains of these intrusive igneous rocks are very large. Okay, so when this magma come out, the lava is in contact with the atmosphere. Comparatively, the temperature outside the earth crust is very low. Okay, so the lava cools down very easily than inside the air. That means the rocks formed by lava cooling or solidification of lava, the grains may be very fine. So fine grains are seen in extrusive igneous rock. What about intrusive igneous rock? They are coarse grained, or grains are larger than extrusive igneous rocks. Okay, so which are the examples we saw? Granite and basalt. Granite is intrusive and basalt is extrusive. So you can see some other examples here. Obsidian is here, pumice, rhyolite, scoria. All these are some examples of this igneous rock. So I think you may have seen this pumice. It is called as pumic stone, which is used to rub our feet to remove the dead cell. We are using pumic stone. Have you heard this rock? Have you seen this? So in order to remove dead cells from our feet, we are using pumic stone. And one important peculiarity of this rock is, besides all other igneous rock, this pumice is having a particular feature. That means they can float on water. That means so many vesicles or air holes are seen inside the pumic stone. That is why they are having very low weight, so they can float on water. Can you imagine that a rock can float on water? No. So this pumice is such a rock that can float on water. So what about other? Yes, they are very means they have the specific gravity is high, this granite or basalt. So in India we can see this basalt rock in a particular region. So the peninsular region, or it is known as the Deccan region, Deccan Plateau region, we can see this basalt rock. Okay, that means the rock or the soil there is formed by the solidification of lava that is happened millions of years ago. Okay, due to some volcanic activity, the basalt rock is seen in this particular region of our country, Deccan Plateau region. Okay, so that is about the igneous rock. So how these igneous rocks are formed? By solidification of lava or magma. Lava solidified to form, yes, intrusive igneous rock, and magma, yes, extrusive igneous rock. So basalt, granite, pumice, all these are examples of igneous rocks. So can we go to the second type? Okay, fine. So here you can see a rock with different colors, means the grains are of different shape and size, colors are also varying. This is a type of sedimentary rock. The second type, sedimentary. Okay, sedimentary rocks are formed by so many processes, or it is formed after a long period of time. Okay, so sedimentary rocks are formed by weathering, erosion, deposition, and cementation of sediments. How these sediments are formed? Hmm? Yes, sediments are the remains, means the products which are formed by weathering. Have you heard this process, weathering? Weathering is not related to weather. Okay, weathering means breaking down of large rocks. Breaking down of large rocks. That process is known as weathering. Okay, fine. So this process is done by so many agents. So they are known as agents of weathering, like running water, moving ice or glaciers, wind, waves. All these are some agents of weathering. So these agents, what they do, they yes, they sometimes they can break some rocks into pieces. So these broken pieces are sometimes transported from higher areas to lower area. That is mainly done by this river or stream, that means running water, or this glaciers. Some may be moving from higher altitude to lower altitude, so they can remove these sediments from one place to another, and they are sometimes deposited in depressions. So in due course of time, what will happen to these sediments? Yes, they will be form layers. That means layers. Okay, these sedimentary rocks are seen in layers. So these layers are formed in different geological ages, and after a long period of time, these sediments will compress and form different types of sedimentary rocks. Okay, so formation of sedimentary rock is very slow, means so many processes are involved in the formation of sedimentary rock. So this particular rock of sedimentary is called conglomerate. Okay, conglomerate means we can see so many gravel or pebble shaped rocks, then rock particles, then fine sand or silt type, clay type rock. That means they are combining this, and they act as, yes, this glue. Okay, so this is about sedimentary rock. So what do you mean by sedimentary rock, or how they are formed? So sedimentary rocks are formed from sediments which are formed by so many processes. So weathering is an important process. So weathering can break down larger rocks, and they may be transported from one place to another, then deposited in depressions or low-lying areas, and to form sedimentary rock. So sandstone, limestone, these are the two main type of sedimentary rock. It is very common. So the sedimentary rocks have another important peculiarity, means so they are formed from different sedimentary sediments, different types of sediments. So when these sediments are carried from one place to another, they can also have some remains of plants and animals with them. So in the layers we can see these plants and animal remains. So we call it as fossils. What we call them? The remains of plants and animals? Fossils. So after so many years, this fossil may give rise to the what? Yes, petroleum, coal, and sometimes natural gas. So this is the importance of the sedimentary rocks. Means fossil fuels we get from sedimentary rock layers. Fossils are the remains of dead animals and plants that we can see only inside sedimentary rock strata. Okay, you got this? Yes, shall we go to the the third type of rock? Yes, so this is also one example. This is sandstone. Okay, banded sandstone that is seen in different layers. You can see the color also, sandstone. This is sandstone. So next type of rock is metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rock. So metamorphic rock means they are formed from a process called metamorphosis. So metamorphosis means it's a process of change of form. Change of form. That means the pre-existing rocks may be sedimentary or igneous. Sometimes the metamorphic rock itself change in their color, texture, size and shape and form metamorphic rocks. Okay, they are formed by a process called metamorphosis. That means they can change, the existing rocks can change due to what may be the reasons? Yes, high temperature and pressure. So these two factors will change the metamorphic rock or the sedimentary rock or igneous rock to form this newer type. Okay, newer type of rock. So here you can see some examples. Slate is a very familiar one, I think. Slate, then marble. You may also heard about this marble. Okay, that we are used to floor, used to make our floor. Okay, while construction of our houses and buildings, we are using marbles for flooring. So slate, I think you also used the slate in KG classes or in nursery classes, I think so. Yes, that is a type of metamorphic rock. That means this marble is formed from sandstone. Sandstone changes to marble due to high temperature and pressure. Then what about slate? Yes, that is formed from shale. Shale means a clay stone. Clay stone. So due to high temperature and or high heat and pressure, this shale or clay stone is changed to slate and sandstone into marble. Okay. So that is about metamorphic rock. Then what another important um, feature of this igneous rock is that they are very fine grained and specific gravity is very high. Okay, yes, so these are the three types of rocks we saw today. So which are the three types of rocks? Yes, on the basis of origin, rocks can be divided into three types: igneous rocks, sedimentary rock and metamorphic. Igneous rocks are formed by cooling of lava or magma. One important thing about igneous rock is they are known as primary rock or parent rock. That means they are the first type of rock to be formed. From this igneous rock, the other types of rocks are formed. Okay, so that is why they are known as primary rocks. Okay, igneous rocks are known as primary or parent or mother rock. Okay, primary rock. Then extrusive and intrusive igneous rocks are there. When these rocks are formed inside, we call it as intrusive. Example, granite. Then when the lava cools on the surface, it is called extrusive. Example, basalt. Then what about this next type? Yes, sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed after a long period of time, after so many processes called weathering, erosion, deposition, and all. They are seen in layers. We can see fossils within the layers of these sedimentary rocks. Okay. Then what about the next type? Yes, they are metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are formed by, yes, factors like high temperature and pressure. High heat and temperature inside the earth crust give rise to, yes, the formation of this metamorphic rock. Example, slate, marble, gneiss, schist, quartzite, phyllite. All these are examples of metamorphic rock. Please you remember these two examples, slate and marble. Slate is formed from shale or clay. Then marble is formed from sandstone. Okay, so read the lesson, read this topic in your textbook very thoroughly. If you find any difficult word, you can ask me. Some other information, some extra information that is given in the side of that pages about the words origin and all, how the igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rock words are origined. The please read this, they are very easy one, that is why I didn't mention here. So please read all these things. If you find any difficulty, you please ask me. Okay, then only I can clear your doubts. Okay, please. Then in the next class we can explain, or we can discuss the rock cycle and the exercises. Okay, okay, right. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Please read the textbook very clearly.